Hello and welcome everybody to Leadership in Sight today, dealing with destructive leadership strategies for surviving a toxic workplace. There are too many people, and I mean too many people today that have to go to work and they are miserable. And I hate that for you all. And if that is you, please continue to listen. And if you know someone who is in this particular situation, please make sure that you share this video. Share it with them because we need to be able to work together so that our mental health is stable even when we have to be in a toxic work environment. So, everybody. Welcome. Thank you for joining us today. Again, it's destructive leadership strategies for surviving a toxic workplace. I did another leadership insight similar. I will make sure that I drop that in the description box below so that you still have more resources than what we're talking here today. I am so excited to be able to explore these essential strategies so that you can navigate and you can thrive in the most challenging work environment. Every time we just can't always just get up and go. Trust me, if we all could just get up and go, I don't know if anyone would be in those seats. And so, although I do understand if you are in the position where you can leave your work environment and find something more aligned to you, I'm going to say go forward. However, everyone just does not have that ability. And so, whether you're experiencing destructive leadership firsthand or want to prepare for the potential toxicity in the future, because unfortunately, it still may be around for some time to come. This session will equip you with practical insights and actionable strategies to maintain your professional growth and your well being. Don't forget to like and subscribe to whatever platform you are watching me from. Last week, it was all about building self assurance and overcoming imposter syndrome. Specifically, we talked about recognizing your worth, shifting your mindset, and seeking support, mentorship, and a coach. We all experience that imposter syndrome from time to time. And thus, we need to make sure that we know how to quiet it, put it to the pasture. Okay. So if you missed it, please go back and catch that episode. And getting back to today's topic, dealing with that destructive leadership, our 3 points are going to be establish boundaries and prioritize your self care. The second one, build a support network. This is essential and crucial. And our third point is going to be focus on professional development, and we are always looking to scout out our future opportunities. If you're catching us live or whether you're catching the replay, shout us out. Let us know your name, where you're tuning in from. We will definitely be monitoring the chat myself, my team. We do go in from time to time. We would love to hear from you. Also, if this is resonating with you, please let us know that as well. If there is anything you're just like, listen, Sparkle Joy Coach Miranda, tell me the scoop about whatever that is. If it is in the leadership realm and something that I deal in, I will definitely put something together just for you. I don't know one person who has not experienced a bad boss, from time to time or in some form. I remember one of my first experiences, and it wasn't even firsthand experience. It was me watching this particular person just blow up on people. I tell you, I think God loves me because he's never allowed that particular experience because I also think he knows I would lose my job. There are just some things that some of us, and it's okay. Some people, for whatever the reason, if a boss is yelling, you have the ability to sit there and take it. And so I think God must know, don't test my child because she may come out of form. Now, listen, I don't think I've ever come out of form. However, think that there may be a chance. And so God hasn't tested me there. However, I have witnessed people be humiliated time and time again by a bad boss. And even in those situations, people, if you're experiencing that, I need you all to know it is perfectly fine to stop, interrupt that conversation and say, listen, I think it's time for this conversation to end. Please take care of your mental health if this is happening to you. In terms of the story, I know that too many people can relate to this type of behavior or what I'm getting ready to share. So, how many of you out there have found yourselves working under a destructive leader who constantly undermines their efforts? And you start to feel like and start to ask yourself, am I in a hostile working environment? Or you've been around a supervisor who has offered no, and I mean absolutely no support of your professional growth. When's the last time they asked what was your next step? What did you want to achieve? I've been there. I know many of you have been there from time to time where you feel stuck, where you feel unappreciated, or because of them, you start doubting your own abilities. And so I have been there. Many of you have been there. And in my lifetime, yes, I have seen it. However, instead of giving up or letting that toxic environment consume me, I have learned to grow. And that's going to be critical. Growth is critical in so many forms. And be able to implement strategies specific to make sure that you can survive and ultimately thrive. And today, I will be giving you some strategies focusing on how you can become stronger from that horrible boss that you may be experiencing, that I have experienced in the past, and so that we can have these awesome, productive careers. Our first point is going to be establishing boundaries and prioritize self care. The first step in a toxic workplace is, before I even say the first step, some of you may not have reported your toxic workplace. Let's say that's going to be the step before the step. I need you to think about actually stepping out and actually reporting what you are in. Now, outside of that first step is going to be making sure that you establish boundaries and prioritize your self-care. Toxic environments, they are draining. They will drain you mentally, they will drain you physically, they will erode your confidence, and that will affect your overall health. To counteract this, you need to make sure that you are setting clear boundaries between work and your personal life. Clear, custom set boundaries. And notice I said custom set boundaries. And I say that because what works for me may not work for you. What works for Lisa may not work for Susan. And you need to know what are your boundaries and ensure that you have time for activities that also rejuvenate you, whether it's spending time with loved ones, whether it's a hobby, whether you're hanging out with some friends, or whatever it takes for you to make sure that within your week you are taking time to relax and unwind. Prioritizing self care, recognizing when to step back and when to protect your mental health is key. This might involve taking breaks during the workday. It may also involve taking mindfulness breaks, practicing mindfulness, or seek out support when necessary. There's nothing wrong with speaking to a therapist. There's nothing wrong with speaking to a counselor. There's nothing wrong with speaking to a coach. It's nothing wrong with speaking to someone because at the end of the day, you want to be able to handle and manage your stress. You do not want your stress to handle and manage you. So you manage your stress, you manage your mental health. Do not let the things that are happening in your workplace manage you because, in the end, that could be detrimental. And so, take time for yourself, take mental health breaks, practice those things. Even if they're new to you, don't be afraid to try something new. You don't have to spend 30 minutes meditating. How about you start with 3 minutes? Okay, start with 3 minutes. You'd be surprised. Start with 3 minutes, work your way to five. You don't have to be there for a whole hour. You don't have to be there for 30 minutes. And start alike. Our second point, build that supportive network. A robust supportive network is so invaluable when dealing with destructive leadership. Those are your sounding boards. Those are people that have or can speak peace into you, that can share some wisdom. Surround yourself with colleagues, with mentors, or friends who understand your situation and can actually offer some guidance and encouragement. Engage also in professional networks or groups where you can share some experiences, where you can gain that insight. People have faced similar situations as yours. And when you surround yourself with others, you're able to speak. People will be able to hear what's going on. You can share, or if you like to be that person that likes to sit in the back of the room, if you will, and glean and learn as much as possible from others, then do that. I don't want you to be uncomfortable, but I do need you to understand we need people. Okay. I know some of you don't want to hear that. I know you just want to be on that island unto yourself. I know. You're like, listen, Sparkle Joy Coach Miranda, I don't care for people. If that's you, I am going to encourage you and push you out of your comfort zone. You do need people. You may need different people than the people you've connected with before, but you need people. You need the right people. You need the right network. And if that is a struggle, please let's engage. Let's talk about it. Drop a comment so that I can see what I can do to support you. Your support network can provide emotional support. It can offer different perspectives in handling difficult situations. And it can also help you to stay focused on your career goals. Listen, these distractions are here to get you off track. So, yes, that bad boss wants you to stay confused, stay in whatever little torment you may be going through. But that is not what we want for you. We don't want you to stay in that destructive place. We don't want your mind to sit in that. So don't hesitate again to seek advice and to be able to vent your frustrations in a safe environment where it's a trusted environment. And knowing that you are not alone can also make the significant difference. And I am telling you, you are not alone. Unfortunately, more people have been through toxic work environments, and there are many people who have great strategies. You want that. Continue to build that networking system. Our third point, focus on professional development and future opportunities. This is where I said in the beginning, listen, everyone can't just immediately walk away from their job. And so some people, you may have to sit in this just a little bit longer. And while you're doing that, it is time for you to focus on your professional development so that you can put yourself in a place that you can leave that particular organization and you can be aligned with an organization that is befitting of you. And while enduring a toxic work environment, it is so crucial to keep your eye on the big picture. What's that big picture goal? What are those career goals have you set for yourself? And if you're sitting there saying, Sparkle Joy, Coach Miranda, I haven't set any career goals yet, then we really need to talk, okay? Because you need career goals. When you're in this and you're keeping your eye on the prize, that bigger picture, your long term career goals, you need that in order to keep your eye on that. It's not just about enduring this work environment just to endure it. Use this time to invest in your professional development, pursue additional trainings, certifications, or courses that are just going to enhance your skills and make you more marketable. Continuously update your resume. Date your LinkedIn profile to reflect your achievements and growth. Moreover, I also want you to keep an eye out for new job opportunities that align with your career aspirations. Networking within and outside of your organization can also help you to open up doors to potential roles in healthier working environments. Listen, it is so important. I wish that I could sit here and say who you know doesn't matter. I wish I could say that. However, real talk, who you know at times may make a difference. And that is why having the network is so critical as well, because you also need to know more. You need to know more people. You need more exposure. And you don't have to wait for your bosses to give you that exposure. You don't have to wait for someone else to give you that exposure. Dare I say, you can get that exposure yourself. You just have to be very strategic and tactical, but you can do it by focusing on your development and staying proactive in your job search. You'll better position yourself to transition into a more positive and supportive workplace when the opportunity arises. And that is why I need you to make sure that you're focusing on professional development so that you can focus on your future opportunities. Listen, if you would like to connect with me, you can do that on any one of our social media platforms. You can also do that in our YouTube community or check me out on my website because you can connect with me there as well. Surviving a toxic workplace requires a proactive and a strategic approach by establishing boundaries and prioritizing self care, building a strong support network, and focusing on professional development and future opportunities. You will be able to navigate in current situations or through future challenges of destructive leadership. And you're going to emerge stronger and better than before. Remember that every challenge in your career is just a journey. This is an opportunity for growth and resilience. We are not going to pity party. Listen, have your pity party for a short period of time. What's a short period of time? It depends. It could be for you, it could be 15 minutes. For someone else, it may be an hour. It may be a day. But dare I say, if we are passing a week, we may need to go get some help. We may need to go talk to someone. Have your short pity party, but make it short because we have things to do. We have a learning to do. We have opportunities that we have to go out there and seize ourselves. Regardless if there's a challenge in your career, just know you're on a journey. And this journey, there is always an opportunity for growth and resilience. Keeping these strategies in mind as you move forward, and you're going to be equipped to handle any adversity that comes your way. Thank you for joining today's session. I always love ending with a quote, and today is no different. In the midst of chaos, there is also opportunity. So I want you to find the opportunity in this. I hope you found this insightful, and please make sure that you stay empowered to face and overcome any working environment that you happen to be in right now. Keep pushing forward and remember to have the strength and capability to thrive despite any challenges you encounter. Join me next week for more incredible insights. You deserve nothing but the best, and it is my goal to ensure that you move to your next level. Let's take your career to new heights together.